But
No, nothing's
We're
rolling
good.
yet.
We're good.
We're
Are
good.
you
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
okay.
Your product, basement hard luck. Basement hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Your product, basement hard luck. Basement hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck.
Good morning and welcome to the Hard Luck Show. I'm your certified host, Steve Lucky Luciano. And this is the Hard Luck Show. Sitting across from me is my co-host.
Is Chumahan Bowen, the only American Indian you've probably know or heard from today and the rest of the day here with the crew at the Hard Luck Show.
Indeed. And on sounds, old Blue Eyes.
Sean Lewis, certified audio professional engineer. That's right, for our Hard Luck Show.
Indeed. And we've got a Big Pick Mike and King Salmon on tonight. Covering visuals. Got Mike doing lighting, photos. You got King Salmon doing video. And
what he's doing.
Adjusting. He's a sound engineer assistant. Fluffer.
He's the
fluffer.
sound fluffer.
He's a fluffer.
He's a fluffer.
And we have a very, very special. We have a very special guest she's in turn brought a guest, a friend with her.
Yes.
But we have coming back for the second time, the beautiful, illustrious ALRey. ALRey. Yes. The talented. Hi, welcome back to the show.
I'm so excited to be back. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Got a lot of likes on your show. A lot of people, I mean, Chumahan gets all the DMs on this stuff. A lot of the DMs. A lot of people were asking who she was and inquiring about her.
Yeah. A lot of, including my wife. She's like, who's that bitch? No, I'm just kidding. Everybody was asking. They said, who is that? Your music? Where can they get it?
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of comments. Very pretty. She's beautiful.
Yeah, everybody likes her
dope.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Really?
Don't say really. Come on. Tell the truth, you know.
And you know what? And I started listening to some of your music and just watching your your Instagram, and it seems like lately you've been real busy. Seems like things are going down in music world for you.
Yeah, they are.
What's happened since we've seen you? What's been going on? Can you share a little bit with us?
I could share a little bit. I'm really excited to share with you guys. I keep things very private because, as like I mentioned before, I was about to decided to change the release date on my single, and I'm working on more music. So I've just been really behind the scenes, just working on, my craft.
Right.
So,
doing the work. So it's like, I'm up at crazy hours. I'm not sleeping. What's a crazy hour for you?
I mean, all night.
All night.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you just eat like cereal?
I don't eat sometimes.
How do you stay up all night?
It's
and you
horrible.
don't eat. That's not sounding good.
I know, it's bad. If I can throw brand names, I've been Celsius. That's
Celsius.
Celsius.
What's
right.
Celsius?
Celsius is just a natural energy drink in a sense, but it's caffeine, right? I know Celsius. Yeah. It's organic, no legumes, range-free chickens were used, all that stuff, right?
So
exactly. Artisanal well water.
Yeah. So that just keeps me up and honestly drive more than anything. It's just like my desire to get where I need to get.
Because I do have a couple relatives that have said to me, like, I haven't eaten and I've been up a couple of days, and that's not usually a good thing.
Wow, a couple of days. Well, one day is as hardcore as I can go, like naturally,
Right.
All right, very good. Understood, guys. All natural, Celsius.
Yes.
All right.
Celsius.
Okay. And so what's been happening then? You've been working?
Yeah, I've been working on new music. I'm really excited. I'm currently working on a new song right now. I was blessed to be introduced to Daniel.
Mm-hmm. Daniel's son.
Yeah.
Daniel. And Daniel, what do we call you? What's your...
Yeah, he came in with a handle.
Yes. What's your handle?
I go by Lazz.
Lazz.
Yeah.
As in like Lazarus?
Lazzarenetti.
Lazzarenetti. Yeah. That's your last name. Lazzarenetti.
I got dubbed Lazz when I first began within my first weeks of interning with Silverback Music Management. So we have a roster of Slightly Stupid, Sublime. He was actually the original man that's assigned Sublime under Gas Alley Records. Anyways, working in the office, going in, just putting in work, trying to get noticed as an intern, and the owner shutting down the lights. I'm like, hey, I'm back here. He's like, who? Daniel Lazzaretti. He's like, that's too long, man.
It
Lazz.
is long.
Yeah. Lazz.
Lazz.
Yeah, Lazz. Okay.
All right. Dub Lazz. Right.
Dub Lazz.
All right.
Okay.
How do you
Got
get
it.
noticed as an intern? What's the trick there? You know, you don't practice Santeria.
You're right. Putting in your heart. We were scheduled as an intern to go show up at 10 and leave by 3. You know, so very flexible. Don't gotta wake up early. I was showing up at 7 a.m. and leaving at 9 p.m.
Drinking
There you
Celsius.
go.
Because they get it right. You got a $5,000 computer machine to really put out your artwork, and just fresh out of Art Institute, I didn't have that available to me. So when I did, seeing the artists coming in and out and be like, oh, that's sick. It's like, dude, that's the most fuel I need. Why would I want to go back to the apartment and not have that available to me? So I just gave it my all.
Yeah. Sure.
Boom. Yeah.
So how
13 years
does
later.
Dub Lazz work into the ALRey kingdom?
Okay, so actually, he has his own record label.
Okay.
So we just decided to collaborate together, and as I'm opening my own record label as well.
What's
you
your
know,
record label called?
ALRey Music.
ALRey Music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All right.
like
It's on
Instagram.
brand. On brand. Very good.
So we actually met through his art. He's an amazing graphic designer and does all the art for like all the major festivals and like he can
Cali
talk about
Vibes,
it.
Slightly Stupid,
Right.
all these different artists and venues that we have going on, Closer to the Sun out in Mexico, different venues and artists and also freelance work, but all within the music industry and artists that I've grown to connect. And ALRey, we came across through a mutual contact, which was throwing a party because of the artists that we're connected with and the music. And we both connect, and I'm like, incredible voice, incredible personality,
Yes.
so talented. And I'm like, I need to introduce you to this amazing producer who's worked with Sting, Mary J. Blige. And he's like, he heard it just like a soundbite, and he's like, I need her in the studio. Boom. She went to the studio, and he was like, boom, whenever, got everything set up. She did sound bites and testing with that. It was incredible to
That's
see her
great.
excel.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Sting and working with people like that. That's
and Mary
awesome.
J. Blige,
That's
to say the
amazing.
least.
That's the top.
You know?
Yeah.
Platinum, double platinum. Come on. Doesn't get bigger than that.
I was honored that Lazz introduced me to, his name is Lewis Richardson. And,
Not Richard Lewis.
Not Richard Lewis.
Okay. Very good.
Not Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
And it was just really exciting because I mean he's an engineer. Let's just say that, you know.
We have one of those.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got to see, you know, what we can do together.
Hey, yeah. Oh, Blue Eyes, do you have any thoughts on a sound package or how you would handle ALRey's amazing gift?
Yeah, can you send some tracks over her way?
I mean, I could try.
Okay, well, we'll never know.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll be your guys' next jingle. To open
you
the
might
show.
be.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that? What thoughts would you have? You've heard our opening. ALRey, what would you? Can you play? Can you play our song? And ALRey, would you be able to maybe? I don't know, just feel it. And, yeah, that. Yeah. Is there a vocal aspect that you could think you could that you could play with that? Maybe a hip hop.
I'm on the highlight show. I don't know.
Hey!
Keep going. That was good. That was fantastic. Do one hard luck show, like seriously soulful. Let's go right here.
Really?
Yeah, let's go.
On the gangster. Like,
Yes.
Stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me hear it. Hold on. I'm on the highlight show.
Yeah.
That was way off.
No, that was
It is what it is.
That's ALRey.
Yeah, that's ALRey.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
like that.
Yeah.
See, that's an artist. That's a performer. Somebody who's given no pre-thought, no nothing, just said do it, and she did. That's performance.
It's interesting how you see her and then that voice comes out of her.
Oh.
Very
You know,
Same thing from the
it's
producer.
really like you don't expect it, and then wow, you know.
That's a powerful voice, right?
Yeah. And then she's such a nice person too.
she is a nice
You know, if
person.
she had, if she was attractive, had that sound, it was a total bitch.
You'd still accept it. You'd be like, okay.
But it would also make
still accept it.
It'd also be like, oh yeah, I get okay, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't that special.
Right.
But the fact that she's a nice person,
On top of it.
she's attractive lady, and then she belts out that voice. What are
Right.
you gonna do with that?
What you're gonna do with it is you're gonna make some fucking records.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck you're gonna do with it.
That's the plan. Yeah.
So the music you've been working on, what can you tell us are the titles? What's the inspiration? Broken Hearts, Money, Revenge on Men, what?
You know, it's funny because I was listening to some Marvin Gaye, and I was like, you know, I pay attention to sounds that are no longer existing in our generation.
Yes.
And I find ways to make them contemporary and make them appeal to our society today. And so then it just inspires me to hear like classics or old songs. And all of a sudden, you know, I'm just listening to this jam and I'm like, you know what? I really like this. And within 3 minutes, I came up with this new song that I'm really interested in. It's like a gospel funk, kind of jazzy, bluesy song, and it's called Tell Me Freak. So
Tell Me Freak.
Tell Me Freak.
Yeah, Tell Me Freak.
What is that about?
You know, it's just about, it just says like, so tell me freak. Here's a little piece of the lyric that I wrote. It's like, so tell me freak, how in the world have you been? So it's about just, you know, reconnecting
With a freak.
Well, with, you know, a past, like, I wouldn't say, yeah, like a past lover, like, or someone you love that you haven't connected with in a long time, you know, but that just, I don't know. I was just like feeling just, you know, I write based on conversations I've had with people, personal experiences, other people's experiences, or even from films or things that I create in my head, you know, and I was like, you know, this is interesting. I've never heard of that in a song. So tell me, freak, how in the world have you been?
And what song was that from?
So I listened to Marvin. Well, I got inspired by Marvin Gaye, Learning Lessons, Learn Something, or it's something like that. It's a song, Learning. Lessons Learned, something like that. I forgot the name. Okay. But the background, you know, just the music, the instruments are what just had me writing.
I mean, Marvin did that a lot.
You know.
Marvin did that a lot with his music. He had a lot of, you listen to tracks and you'd hear, he does that. He does shit where there's conversations going on, or he's got somebody just playing like a pick,
right?
And they roll into the song, and you're like, "What's that?" And then something else, like that. Marvin Gaye was big on a lot of that stuff.
You know, I just think like with music, with a lot of things in life, you can't confine, and I think especially when you're a creative and you're creating music, you're creating any form of art. It's the wrong thing to do is confine yourself, you know, and it's no less with music. You know, you're just in this complete white, it's a blank canvas and you can do whatever you want with it. And that's when the greatest creations come, you know.
I agree with you on that from a creative level, even in like apparel and everything. Like if you're, you know, I think a lot of people are in a box. They don't even know they're in the box. And the thing is that they put themselves in the box because there is no box. Right? That's
true.
I mean, if you're raised in a box,
then you're going to be operating a box.
You think that's the entire world?
Sometimes, you know, sometimes I feel like when you're raised in a box, it's kind of like the Amish kids. At a certain age, they just go out into the world and they do everything they weren't supposed to do.
Yeah, but like for a short time. And it's crazy about that is that they do allow that. That's part of the box. Because they let you do that because they know you go out there, you do it, and then you come back.
You know what, though? Yeah. I think, yes, you're right about the being raised in a box, but I can tell you right now, I was raised in a household from parents to grandparents, I mean, to every around me, that was like, you got to work, you got to get a job, you got to get stability. You know, my dad was like, you need to go get a trade, you know, paycheck, work for somebody. My sister, nothing bad, but I had a different path. I chose to go different than that. I never believed in any of that. I had my own plans to do my own thing. And so I think that some people that are born in a box break out of that box. Like I think they know from the gate the box never felt real. You know, you hear that from people.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Look at you. You were brought up a certain way to kind of go down one kind of trajectory, but something in you was like, nah, that don't jive. I ain't going for that.
You know, I think you raise an interesting point. And I think, at least from my perspective, I agree with what you're saying. I can see that in your instance, where if somebody's telling you about the box you're raised in, something you're seeing is not adding up.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think you just wake up and go, it's all right. I think that kid from the gate didn't buy into it. And it was just a matter of as soon as he got old enough and big enough to bounce, he was That's what I think.
Yeah, no, Sean's agreeing. He's doing that smile nod thing.
Yeah.
Sean,
say something.
Yeah,
Sean.
say something.
This is a much bigger conversation. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about everything.
Yeah, boxes, music boxes.
Dreams. Yeah.
I think that a lot of kids I know had like bucked the system as far as like, their parents did one thing, they raised them a certain way or whatever, and they did the complete opposite. A lot of them did like, their dad had a trade or their dad was a construction worker or like whatever. None of them like really follow in line. There's a couple of them that did, but like, I think for the most part, most kids are like raring to get out of that box, man.
Well, I mean, so I don't know. So now this is a good point. I don't know if the box.
Story of my life.
I don't know. So I guess maybe I'm not thinking necessarily the box is just what you're going to do in life. Right?
Right. You're talking about it.
I'm talking about like maybe like a world view. Like, so you might have some guys that think they're bucking the system because their dad had some kind of trade. They're like, no, I'm going to go into music. But when they go into music, all they're seeing as the world in which they can create is this. And some companies, right? Let's take McDonald's as an easy example. The Happy Meal comes in a box. Mm-hmm. So some companies, it helps their bottom line to standardize everything, right? We're not trying to make a longer than 3-minute song. We're not trying to We're trying to keep it all within this because we really are trying to hedge our bets on a volume sales deal, right? And you know, in the 60s, you had a lot of artists that were like, and Marvin Gaye would have been one of them. That was like, man, fuck that.
Right.
I ain't trying
I'm doing a 32-minute song.
Yeah, and you might just hear me picking the guitar for like 10 minutes, mother.
Yeah.
How you like that?
Yeah.
Right. So I think a little bit, ALRey might be talking a little bit about that level of expansion, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the type of artist I am. You know, I'm always pushing those limits and I'm always just like, let's go kind of against.
But are you prepared for perhaps the sacrifice and the risks that are faced somebody like that?
You know, I sacrificed so much already in the midst of this journey climbing that it's just like, you know, I'm 100% prepared. It's like I'm telling you, I'm not sleeping. There's times where, you know, money is a problem.
Right.
And you're working, you know, 2-3 jobs to make ends meet, you know, and I think
signing contracts, gotten off of Google.
Jeez, it's not even, you know, on my way over here, I had and sign off of Google. No, well, we have chat. What is it? GBT now?
Yeah.
I still have to dagger a little bit more on that, but I heard like that's our new everything. So I have to.
True.
Is that the thing that writes for you?
AI, yeah. In fact, I was talking to Darren, who came up with an idea, and he wrote a synopsis by putting the things into Chat GBT, and it was way better than what he could have wrote himself, he said. And he sent it to the artist, and I was just like, no, spoken, I'd watch that shit. And then it's taken off, and it is totally AI. And his attitude was, I'm just going to embrace it. All my artist friends, and he's a photographer director, right? So all my artist friends are like tripping, and he's like, it's not going to go away.
Right.
Might as well just fucking get
in on it.
Yeah. So, but come on, let's be real. Let's ask the real
Always real. Always real.
Always real.
Always real.
ALRey.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Are you willing? And the universe is listening. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
But it's a test of your integrity, your artistic integrity.
Uh-oh. It's quiet.
No amount of Celsius is going to help you right now.
I feel it. Okay.
Are you willing to live the Van Gogh life?
I already am.
No, you're still alive and you're still young and you didn't cut off your ear. So are you willing to put out a body of work that nobody will like for another 50 years after your death, so you never made any money, but you eventually, people finally understood? That's the curse of Van Gogh.
I mean, I don't want to have that curse. So, you know? So
buy my records now while I'm alive, guys.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I just came on here to fucking talk about it.
But I know what you're saying. And I think it's, you know, it's like, I think Dita Bontes said, you can be like the ripest peach and people still won't like you.
That's true.
So, I mean, everybody has their own, perceptions, and they perceive any piece of art the way that they want to. And I just feel like we're how many people in the world? Billions of people in the world. Someone's got to like the record in between all those people, So, I mean, maybe the majority, the mass may connect with it with one certain record. Down the line, who knows? I may create a song about AI, and we don't know, but maybe 50 years down the line, they're like, oh, she was onto something. She knew what they didn't know back then,
That's true.
And that happens with music all the time. So
that is true.
Who knows?
Let me ask you this, ALRey. Is from a perspective of the business side of it, to be an artist that hasn't fully broke yourself, right? To start building a record label, what does that do for an artist? I mean, there's a reason that you're building the record label before you're even established, or you started to. Well, is that going to help you with production, distribution? What's the get over by having your own record label?
So, there's something beautiful about owning your own masters, and really owning your hard work. And
it's called getting paid.
Yeah. And I've worked for so many people. I mean, I'd work under corporations, and I've had leadership positions and management and then, director. And I'm like, I'm really working my behind off for this person who was just sitting there, and I'm the one doing all the work.
Right.
And I'm like, what? I don't have a problem exactly with authority. Let's just say that.
Boy, it sure sounds like it.
But I don't like being told what to do. It's part of my personality, Let's put that there. And I think that, further than that, I'm just like, if I kind of know the blueprint, why am I going to sit behind and put so much work into my own craft and give somebody who's, hey, good job, honey. Okay, go give me another week of your hard work, and I'm going to monetize on, half of your hard work. For what? For just putting me up on a studio? For linking me up with production?
Yeah.
I've done the hard work on myself. I've done the footwork before I've had any type of network. While building my network or any type of finances to back me up. And I think one of the greatest artists have done that. I think Russ is one of them, where he speaks about that. And it's, I don't like manipulation. I don't like dirty business. I don't like when things are set straight. And when there's any type of commodity or something of value involved, things get muddy real quickly.
Well, yeah. This is a high stakes game, right? People are playing for real. It ain't no fucking joke.
No, I mean, you've heard.
There's creeps, weirdos, greedheads.
Absolutely.
People who just hate people with talent, right? They just want to own it. And they're going to show you that they own it. And they've been playing this game a lot. So, yeah, you're up against it.
Well, they know, and it is something that, I've sat in studios with people that have held my music, producers that have held my music just out of power trips.
Right.
And, I've there's things I can't even release because the communication falls short or other intentions were there. So for me, it's like, if I'm funding myself,
then you don't have to deal with it.
Who do I have to respond to?
That's right.
But
it's a bigger risk.
It is a bigger risk, but it's a risk that is worth taking because you're taking it for yourself. You're not, I'm not greedy in a sense. It's all mine. It's just, why would I build my business for someone else? I'd rather build my own business.
Yeah, Big Lux. Can you relate to what she's talking about?
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's you're laying out sort of the American conundrum, right? Do I go and work for an outfit for a guaranteed paycheck, right? I don't got to go out there and sweat my ass off. Right. And if it's a lean week, or I got a depressing thing happen in my family, if I'm working for somebody else, money's gonna be there. But they own my ass.
Exactly. And that's the problem I have.
Yeah, you don't like to be owned.
No, because like you said, you have a depressed week, family, anything, life goes around in circles, and it goes around in circles around you, around me, and just goes around in circles in general. So you don't know what life's going to throw at you. And I rather be able to call my own shots, and even if I make mistakes, but they're my mistakes. They weren't someone else's. So
this issue you have with authority, I know you try to make it sound nice. You're like, I don't really have it, but nobody's gonna tell me shit. Is basically what you said. I'm gonna call my own shots. I own it. I ain't working for anybody else. I ain't making somebody else rich on my sweat.
Yeah.
Does this show up in friendships and relationships for you? Do you have a difficulty?
I think, everything has to be done with respect and understanding. And I think that communication is what, clarifies a lot of things. So I don't think it's like, oh, I'm not going to listen to, let's say, get married, my husband, I'm going to 100%, be able to speak to my significant other, communicate, and is this right, is this wrong, balance it out and work together. There has to be communication and understanding. And I think that's in general, even through disagreements.
Well, I'm married, so I'm listening to that.
Yeah, it's gonna help.
Yeah. Is that work out like that for you in your marriage?
Well, you know what? No. No, the answer is no, not really.
No.
Not in an actual marriage, not really.
Why?
In the overall, yeah, in a sense. But it's much grittier than that. My wife is an attorney too.
She's a strong woman.
We're both. I'm a strong woman too. So we're both strong, right? We both are argumentative. We're both pushy. We don't forget shit, right? I can remind her from a year ago what she said and be like, oh, so then that's not true, is it? Right? Remember? 405? So
that's a female in general.
Right.
And those are personalities. So those are more characteristics and personal traits. So,
no, but you know what, man? I'll tell you something. This is just my experience. Mm-hmm. This is my second marriage. The real one. The first one was beta. Good person, just not right for each other. All right. That's legit. Sean knew her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I wrong?
No.
I see.
You're never wrong.
Thank you, sir. Well, I don't know, doctor. Why don't you tell me? Okay. But she and I are our real selves. And that means sometimes she says some stuff that, if we all were sitting down with Barbara Walters and doing it right, we wouldn't say it like that. But it's real time and we got a baby between us and all that stuff, right? We work together. So she sometimes says stuff that's over the line. Sometimes I say stuff. Sometimes we're having... So it's grittier than that. Like I'm just saying for me. I'm not saying,
No. Which makes sense because you're dealing with the same individual in the most intimate moments and strongest decisions you have to make in life together. So, and then you both are lawyers too. So you both are very, what you're talking about when you're talking about anything, I would say, so, you're going to go at each other, but that's just,
He likes that.
That's how we like it.
The fire.
Yeah.
He likes
fire. I do like a fire, right?
See,
he likes a fiery chick. Yeah, he likes it. He likes it because she busts his balls.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys are meant to be then.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Now, I think we talked about it before too. You kind of touched on like people having other motives with you, like and not being upfront, not communicating, and I just can't imagine that not being a fucking humongous problem.
What the music
in this town is and especially in this town,
exactly.
in entertainment.
That's
and if you were sitting here telling me you were an actress or a writer, I'd think the same thing too.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of creeps.
Yep.
Right?
That's why they get into the business.
There's a lot of people that are not on the up and up. So having to navigate, you seem like you're headstrong, and it seems like you're very you kind of say it like it is. That's what it seems
direct.
like.
I'm pretty direct. I always blame it on my sign. I'm an Aries. So
Right.
March? Very direct. April
what?
2nd.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Right on. Yeah. Aries. So that's a
April 2nd,
ram?
Yeah.
It's a ram.
What is the ram? Like you're just headbutting people? Or
no,
what is that?
we have, we're very direct.
Yeah.
Myths are that we're aggressive, because we're part of Mars, and Mars is like a planet of war, and to not go so deep into, but we are direct and we're honest and we're loyal, so those are characteristic traits, if you believe in that.
Do you believe in that?
I think there's some type of alignment. Yeah, I definitely see a lot of traits in my son. I'm like, oh, that's me, spot on. So I remember I did my nails.
Yeah.
Not right now. Shouldn't even talk about that because I just broke a few. But anyways, nonetheless, I had like these nice cut, like just white nails that I did that I had the lady do for me, you know? And I'm scrolling through memes. I think that's the only reason really why I have Instagram. Sometimes I like the memes a lot.
Sure.
And I'm looking over Aries memes and it said something like, something about being an Aries and it showed the nails and literally like the nails holding a black chihuahua and my dog's a black chihuahua and I had the same exact nails and the black chihuahua and I was like, that's so me. That's such an Aries. And yeah, there's that just confirmed it to me. I was like, it went down.
True to trait.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that experience?
What? Carrying a black chihuahua with my white nails? No. What about you? What's your sign, baby?
Cancer.
Oh, right.
And all that shit is pretty much spot on. But my mom had a book. She had a book that somebody got her, and the book was there was 365 pages in the book.
Right. I've seen this.
See that book? And that book, when you turn it to your page, whatever sign you are, it's going to tell you from the day you're born. And it's going to give you about 2 big-ass pages before it gets into the next day, right?
Right.
Fuck, man. My mom busts this shit out. She's like, you want me to read it or do you want to read it? I go, read it to me. And she reads, and it was like 2 pages of like fucking everything was spot on, man. I was like, there's no way. And so, and then the funny thing would be everybody that would go to my mom's house, they'd be walking, you got that book? Let me read it. And everybody would have the same experience. Now, how is that?
Why is that? Wwhy is it that we love to have shit like that confirmed?
I don't know.
Like people look at these signs and they're like, yep, I do have white nails with a black dog.
Because you feel like you're known.
Yeah, why is that?
Because you feel like you're known. Yeah, they know me. Yeah, I'm part of that.
That's true. I do.
Part of that clan.
Yeah. You identify, you know?
Yeah, you identify.
Cancer traits.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Sensitive's going to be the first thing they're going to say.
Okay. Can I please get to it, sir? All right. Cancer. Okay, June 21st through July 22nd.
June 29th is me.
Okay, right there. All right. The ruling planet is the moon.
Ooh.
Oh, can I?
I'm a moon child.
Moon dance.
Yeah, moon dance. Okay. After we're done. Okay. All right.
All right. The body part. Why do they even talk about this? The stomach.
Yeah.
Why?
The part I'm most like obsessed with is the stomach. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's my weak part too.
The colors are silver and white. Does that make any sense to you?
I like white cars a lot, and I've had silver and white cars a lot.
Yes, moon dance.
Okay, thank you.
Cancers, now listen, I didn't write this, sir. Cancers are maternal, domestic, and love to nurture others.
Yeah.
Is that true? More than likely, their family will be large.
Mm-hmm. I kiss my son, my daughter,
That's
my
true.
grandson.
You are.
Arms around them. Monique, I kiss all the time.
Emotional?
Yeah. Sensitive.
It's all about the home.
Yeah, but family and the home is important.
They're roots kinds of people and take great pleasures in the comforts of home and family. Oh. All right. Oh,
okay.
blue eyes?
All right. Enough. This show's not on me. Now
I don't know.
Hey, let's read hers.
Yeah. Okay, what is it? It is Aries, right?
Yeah.
Which is the ram. By the way, I want to say something. My dad, he actually owned a real ram named Jeremy. Was the horniest fucking thing you've ever seen.
Would it hump you all the time?
Hump everybody.
Did it fucking... Did it get you?
Oh, dude, it would knock you down.
You were taking a shower one day, you got raped by the thing, huh?
He had
traumatized by the ram.
Dude, rams are scary.
You're like, I'm not the only one. That ram got everybody.
Everybody had a wide hole after that. What it would do is it would look at you. Jeremy would look at you. He had a bell around his neck, and his tongue would come out. He'd start going like this. As soon as you saw that, dude, you knew he was coming for a hump run. You'd start running.
The lipstick would come out.
Be like, there's nothing weirder than a ram on like a hump run, dude. It's a scary.
Yeah, they're weird anyways.
Yeah,
if one starts humping, you could be like,
they're like bi-curious or something.
Yeah. They got like human minds inside. Yeah. They're weird with it.
Yeah, they are. Okay, here we go.
I'm not that weird, okay?
Yeah, of course not.
Dad kicked in the door and said, now you're getting ready for school. Whoa, hey, get off my son.
I need a minute.
We're going to eat fucking El Pastor tonight. Huh?
Even that name, Jeremy, it's a weird name. Like, why are you calling a ram Jeremy?
All right, let's hear Aries. Let's hear what ALRey is really about. Go ahead.
Okay. If you are an Aries, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, the problem with this fucking shit is a lot of it's clickbait. Like you try to find it and then it's like all fucked up. All right, here we go. There we go.
Chat GPT.
Why don't you do it, dude? Here we go. Aries. Birthstone is crystal.
Diamond.
And aquamarine, not diamond. Sorry,
They're
man.
lying to you.
Not
I
serious.
promise you.
You can't wrong.
You've Googled the wrong one.
She doesn't like authority.
That's the wrong clickbait.
No.
It's the wrong one.
Okay, all right.
Easy. Sorry, Ari. Stubborn. Oh, well, there you go. No, just kidding. I made that up.
A little bit, yeah.
Visionary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She inspired me. That's why she's back on the show.
Thank you. Impulsive.
Sometimes.
What is the worst impulsive thing you've done? And don't lie to us. We're all here watching you. And don't bullshit us with some candy thing. What's the worst impulsive thing you've done?
The worst impulsive thing I've done?
Yes.
Someone owed me money. And I went to collect it by myself. So that's the worst impulsive thing I've done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you get the money?
I did. I did get the money.
Okay. Did you have a gun with you?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
What did you have with you?
My phone.
White nails and a black
chihuahua. Yeah.
How did you?
You know, I have a story with that, but I don't know if I.
Why?
Yeah.
Come on. What's
Share.
that? Come on. Let's go.
Share.
Are you edgy or not? You can't play both sides, girl. Let's go.
I was brokering at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I went in with the person I was brokering, and I was new to the scene, the cannabis scene.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a connection to meet with some potential clients.
Mm-hmm.
And it was through a distribution at the time, so it was all legal, you know. And then they just thought we were carrying more than what we had. And that wasn't the case, luckily. But I went in there with my black chihuahua, all dressed in black, and she had a pink little bow, which she still has. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because the person I went in there had a pink polo. This wasn't planned at all.
The black and pink crew.
You know, it was interesting. So I'm sitting there and I have no idea what's going on. You know, I'm just thinking, oh, these people are my friends, and you know, they're gonna want to do business. And I go there and I didn't see what my business partner at the time saw, and he's like, you know, we almost got robbed. He's like, if we had what we had, we would have for sure got robbed. It was a setup. I had no idea. I'm there saying hi to everyone because I've met them before, you know, and it's funny because I'm sitting there and I have my dog and I'm just smiling, you know, and this really big guy, dreads, everything about him was like extreme, you know. He's like looking at me and I'm just there like just smiling at him. Meanwhile, I'm not understanding my environment, you know, because I'm new to this. I'm thinking, oh, we're cool. We've been cool, and we're gonna try to do business, you know. So I wasn't expecting things to be set up, and it was funny how they pushed us in and how we got out. But to say this was, you know, I was sitting there. I looked a certain way. I looked like I had people waiting outside for us,
Right.
and they had no idea.
Right.
And so it played off that way. You know, it played off as if I had people on call.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
The ram went into the the jaws of a lion.
Yeah, so that was definitely something crazy I've done without knowing.
I almost sense a certain thrill you got looking back at that.
Yeah.
She likes danger.
Yeah, a little danger.
It says here, Aries' signature color is bright red.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
And what is this outfit? Describe. It's a bright red outfit.
It's a 2-piece, and I was like, "What am I going to wear the Hard Luck show?" And I was like, "I'll wear this red outfit."
That was perfect.
So.
Wow. She came and she looked great. And she went into the telephone booth and popped back out and looked like Wonder Woman.
She came in looking great. Went in the booth, came out looking
wonderful.
even better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonder Woman.
Let me ask you something. Are we able to? Can we let some people listen to some music right now? Can we listen to something?
Yeah.
Do you have any way that we can access it?
Not right now. I haven't released yet. I had plans of releasing when I last spoke to you guys.
You're gonna release soon.
Yeah. Okay. So I think summer coming in. I'm working on some artwork.
Nice.
So
Are you working
Is that
on
what?
artwork?
Yeah, he is.
Dub Lazz, you doing some artwork?
Yeah, Lazz, I'm doing the art. Some of the I don't want to release any information that but working on a few singles that she's working on right now. They sound incredible.
What about the merch? We're gonna see some shirts, some
Absolutely.
fucking hats.
Everything,
Come on,
everything.
bring it in here. I got connections in China. You need to talk to him.
I want blankets.
You want
So,
blankets? What
I
kind of
want
like lap
blanket.
blankets? Like what kind of
I want
blanket?
a nice warm black blanket. Kind of, within like maybe like I don't know, like my photo or something portrait.
I
Kinda
think
like
there's some
this,
nice
really
black
looking.
vibes blankets.
Yeah.
She wants a nice black hard luck blanket.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah?
love that. I would definitely love that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of ladies want that big Lux blanket. Wrapped up in that warm.
Don't want her. So no music right now.
Well, I will tell you this.
Go ahead, please.
So I had an intro done by The Game, rapper The Game.
Wow.
Ah,
That's his
that's
favorite
my
album.
man.
Really?
Yeah, I work out to the game.
Can you bring Game in
Really?
here?
No.
Dude, if you brought game in here, dude, I would
I like
be-
her. She goes, no, I can't. No.
Yeah, she has
A
some
lot of
bullshit.
people be like,
I'll try,
you know
yeah.
what, I'm gonna,
Let me hit him up. Oh, he's
She's like,
busy.
no, I can't bring Game.
No, I can't.
I like that.
He did
Oh, I
an
like
intro.
Yeah.
I can't do anything more than that.
I mean, we can always ask and try, but But the thing is, he did an intro for me to a song that I'm in midst of composing because I just take my time when it's like I like classics and I want to create classics.
Right.
So this song is special to me. It's called Angels Cry. And it's super cool because I told him the name of the song and everything. And he goes, how do you pronounce your name? He goes, Al. I was like, ALRey. And he goes, ALRey, and he, returned this intro for this song that Lazz is creating great artwork for it. So that's going to be out soon.
Angels Cry.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect song for Los Angeles.
It is for Los Angeles because it has everything to do with like the LA streets. And as you guys know, I'm from Long Beach. I said that. And it's super cool because, I think it was Snoop and Game who brought together Long Beach and Compton. So this goes back to history. And it says in the song, Long Beach and Compton meet again, ALRey, And it's really exciting.
How did you meet the game?
So I actually know his cousin. Yeah.
Parker brother.
And he's I actually met the game when he was looking for artists, and I just said I'm gonna DM him, and I'm gonna DM him a sample of my voice, and if he likes it, he's gonna DM back, and we're gonna work. And he's been DMing back, so I got that intro, and I'm excited. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Dope, man.
It's cool that you can get to the game like that.
Well, if you DM'd him, I don't know if you get a DM back.
There wouldn't be no intro, huh?
Yeah. She got something we don't. Okay, Parker, great voice.
Hey,
She got a great
what
voice.
about us Indians?
No, but she got a lot of things we don't have.
Right.
He ain't gonna be looking for us.
Right. Well, he does like red.
ALRey pops up on it. A lot of people are gonna hit that DM. But hey, listen, when you said Game, as soon as you said Game, I think it's you, man, because he's such a big Game fan.
I am.
Really?
Yeah, I am. Genuinely, I listen to him a lot, and I just think that his lyrics and his energy is so good. And strangely, and I try to pull old Blue Eyes into this and Big Lux, and they got their own opinions, but I'm always like, the Game is sort of somewhere, for me, I think about him in terms of style and ability, somewhere between like maybe Dre and Eminem. Like the
Bro,
perfect
he
blend.
would love you. He would love you.
I really think that.
He said he's better than Eminem.
You know what? Not only did he say he's better than Eminem, but he also said he's the black Eminem in one of his songs. And I respect people who understand the craft so much that they're willing to get beyond the color thing to give Eminem the proper respect that he deserves for the amount of longevity and rhymes that he's written. And you can go, I've seen some stuff on Instagram and or fucking TikTok where you have different African-American artists in the hip-hop game, some that will not give it up to M,
right,
and then the other ones that say, I got to. If you're going to be real, you have to admit, this dude is one of the fucking best. So...
You know, at the end of the day, is like, I respect every artist. You know, there's so much, anybody that's putting hard work into anything, you know?
Yeah.
So my respect goes out to anybody that's putting hard work. And I think when it comes to music too, it's like, I mean, it's a universal language, you know? Music's a universal language. And if you're good at it, you're good at it, no matter what you are and where you come from. You know,
that's true. But I also think that if you're going to be a real artist, and this is my personal feeling. This is my personal feeling.
Okay.
Not everybody shares that. You got to have a point of view, and you gotta make some judgment calls. Like not everything that you see Big Lux people wear or what's on whatever, you're not feeling it.
Right.
Right. And I think when it comes to music, sometimes right now we have a tendency to try to support, and we do want to support people who are trying, but I also think that there's a place for you, just personally. You're not saying in the universe, but for me personally, it's this is what I believe in. This, and this. And this other stuff, I don't rock with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I do too, though.
Right.
I agree with that, and I also think back to the box theory.
Right.
Like, if you really pay attention to a majority of the people who've really made an impact, when they were doing what they were doing or about to, everybody was telling them, you're fucking crazy, don't do this.
Right.
Could not see it. It's happened I mean, look at some of the greatest discoveries that mankind has made, were a large percentage of them were by accident.
Yeah.
We got here.
Yeah. I
was just reading something about some fucking warriors were driving a horse, and the horse started licking the rock, and then they realized that there was a fucking salt mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always these crazy. And the other thing is, it's like scientists. Scientists are the ones that look at a light and they're not going for that. It's just the light switch that turns on the light.
Yeah.
No. They come up with something that goes against everything that you're seeing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times they'll prove it. And I feel like creativity is almost, is that same thing. I mean, I'll just say that, I just think that like the whole idea of like that invisible box and how we create, and what you said about maybe Marvin Gaye trying to do a 32-minute song, and maybe I'm gonna be like, they were telling fucking Pink Floyd this album, The Wall, is not gonna work. Dark Side of the Moon first. They told him you can't,
and they had already worked out a sound, lost a lead singer, and all this other shit before even that. And in some of the music movies they did at that time, people were saying like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
So, I mean, you know, it's crazy. Don't forget, man, they fucking threw trash and booed Prince off the stage in Los Angeles at a Rolling Stone concert. He opened up for Rolling Stones.
That's wild,
They
bro.
threw trash and booed him off the... Now, you go to... Now, I've always loved Prince.
Yeah.
Musical genius.
Yeah.
I don't use that word easily.
No.
Genius, you know? There's nobody that doesn't think he's a genius lately, but... So it's like, I just feel like a lot of times when we're exploring and creating, if we have and I really just think it comes down to courage. If we have the courage to let go and not worry about what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, goddamn, when you hear like really, when you see really, I'm going to end it with this. When I see really good acting that gets my heart and my things, what I'm seeing is somebody completely drop everything and go into this place that got to be scary. Most people can't do it, you know? Like,
not only is it scary, I don't know that when they go into it, they know whether it's going to work or not.
Or not. No, that's the thing. Right. And I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, but I just, I like what you said. And I like the fact that you're saying that there can't be a ceiling. Because if you're even thinking down that lane, you're going to just fall into the norm, man. Before you know it, you're just going to start doing it. You're not even knowing you're doing it.
Exactly. It's like people who try to look for love by trying not to look for love. They heard that, now they're trying not to look for it. And if you're in that mode, you're guaranteed you ain't going to find it.
Nothing.
Dude, I just got done reading about Crazy Horse. And this is something, man. This is something. And this goes to art. Crazy Horse led the Oglala Lakota, okay, against Custer, right? Killed that motherfucker, right? He was one of the last wild chiefs, for real wild, meaning he was like a holdout. And his way of living, his way of thinking about what it meant to be a warrior, a man, and all that stuff, completely different, right, than the soldiers at the fort. But at some point as he got older, he had lightning dreams and all this shit. And you think about how far outside that box is as a human being like that.
Well, you know, I've never heard of people create history that haven't been outside of the box.
Oh, never.
They don't.
You know?
They don't.
You don't create history by staying in the lines.
Right. You have to take a risk. And I think, you know, with anything, you know, in art and anything, as an entrepreneur in business and anything, you have to take a risk.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to have to embrace the riddle of Van Gogh, it doesn't mean you won't become popular right now. It doesn't mean that.
Right.
But it does mean if you're entering,
it's an approach.
If you have the courage and the faith to try something that hasn't been tried before, your contemporaries are looking at it and they're like, I'm not feeling that, right? But you know somewhere inside it's true to you.
Absolutely.
Well, it might not happen this time, right now, but it might later.
It's funny. I was producing with a producer, and I said, you know, I want to introduce a little bit of my Argentine heritage, and I want to create this new sound called Tango Tech. So
I already like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he goes, you know, the world isn't ready for that right now.
That's where you need to do it.
That's exactly right.
That's what I thought.
That's it. That's it.
Right. And whoever just said that, you just grab him by the throat and crush his larynx.
God damn.
Jesus Christ. Imagine you're that guy.
I think that's actually the signal words that you're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
When everything starts going, you can't, don't.
Yeah.
That might be where you push the gas.
Yeah. Especially if it's a comfortable looking motherfucker with a fucking, right? Doesn't look like he's been hungry for a while. Fuck that.
Yeah, right?
World ain't ready for that. What do you know about the world? Just the fuck down.
He said that to me, and I was like, you know, kind of my problem with who are you to tell me the world isn't ready for that, you know?
You take that black chihuahua and you just shove it in his face.
You know? No, it wasn't that, but guess what? So years later, I got introduced recently to producer Day One, who I got introduced, you know, never take people for granted and underestimate where people are, because I got introduced to him through a friend of mine who's a makeup artist. Her name is Melissa. And we just clicked right away when I saw her, and she's like, you know, I do makeup. I was like, amazing. I need a makeup artist because I'm ready to shoot my music video.
I do makeup. Amazing. I'm beautiful. And you can do makeup on me.
Oh my God, no. But so happens, Mel calls me one day and she goes, she heard my song, loved my song, and she goes, I really want you to come to this music release party. And I'm like, she's like, no. I really want you there. And she picked me up, and I ended up going, and I met Day, and Day had done California Love, which is funny because on my way later on to meet up with him in the studio, which is in Long Beach, and I was like, okay, I used to live around here, you know, and I was looking for a studio in Long Beach to get to work, and I'm listening to California Love, and I go in and the first thing I see, because I don't really like to Google people. I like to meet them for who they are versus their achievements or what they've done. I want to connect you person to person. And if the vibe's there for us to work, it's going to be there. And if it's not, I'm wishing you the best and maybe it'll be there some other time, you know? But it definitely was. And I walk in there and I see, you know, California Love and the whole, what is it, the plaque? And I was like, you produced that, you know? And he's like, yeah, he was a part of it with Dre. I start playing some tango music because Papachino, who was huge in Brazil, shows up to the studio later with Dave's manager to come and meet me. And he just, you know, opens up his little, there's a thing with buttons. I forgot what it's called, but you touch it and it makes sounds.
Yeah, like
he starts
MPC
mixing,
or whatever.
like a soundboard, kind of like a soundboard.
Yeah, we have one of those.
Yeah, and he just starts mixing. I said, okay, listen, I want to do this with tango. And he's like, oh my God. And then Dave goes, what is this? And I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. He's Brazilian, so he speaks Portuguese. I don't know a word in Portuguese. And I said, you know what? We're going to do tango. I want some, you know, hip hop influence on it. And I'm going to sing in Portuguese. So that's a song I'm working on. Yeah.
Wow.
So that mix, and I remember that guy, the world isn't ready for it. But I had these two very, very achieved individuals within the music field just be blown out of the water with that idea. So, you know, it's exciting.
I love that.
I love that.
And I like, and what do you call it again? What do you call
Tango
it?
Tech.
Tango Tech.
Yeah.
And dude, man, I say come on with it. Come and bring that whole Argentina thing alive.
Thank you.
Nobody's doing that.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that. No, that really, you know.
The world's not ready for it, but the Hard Luck Show is.
We are.
Yay.
I think the world's ready too.
Thank
All right.
you.
My best friend just got back from Argentina.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, she should meet your best friend.
Everybody should meet my best friend, right?
Yeah.
Right. Hey, listen. That might happen on the next Hard Luck Show.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I want you to tell my guests where they can keep an eye on you, where they can find you, and what they should look out for, so that my guests can follow and see what's going on with you.
Right now, I just have Instagram. I have TikTok. ALRey Music, you know, at ALRey Music. And same thing's going to go for YouTube at ALRey Music. And you can expect to see, you know, music videos and new music coming soon. And I'm working on some placements like I was, you know, everything's a process. But soon to happen. So who knows, maybe like a, what is it, Maverick or Maverick? Maverick film, hopefully.
Maverick.
Damn.
Maverick.
So we'll see. We'll see what doors, you know, are opening. But
You're going to be just fine.
thank you. Thank you
Now,
so much.
will you let us know where people can find you? Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, I
Or
got
if
an
somebody wants to
Instagram.
inquire about some artwork, I certainly might inquire about your artwork. So
Yeah.
I don't let a good artist pass me by.
Absolutely.
I'm going to follow you right now. So as
I'm
soon
at
as you-
Cali Love since 88. CALILOVESINCE 88. And I've been doing artwork before I could even, you know, I actually talk. I've just always been drawing, and then finally devoted myself to music. And music is everything to me. Music, even after losing my father, it's always connected me with the right people. It's always taken me, even like you were just saying, people will say no because they don't understand it. They don't understand what you went through. I'd rather give it my all. And much like ALRey, when I hear her listen, she's not just singing in front of the mic. She's not just under the spotlight. She's not just a pretty face. You can feel the intensity to her lyrics. You can feel the genuine passion that she has for music. And that's what really separates the real from the fake. You can have anyone kind of come in and, you know, put down a lyric or do a sound bite or have someone pay someone, you know, at a magnitude, do an intro. But when someone has it, they have it.
Yeah,
you can't fake the funk.
Right.
You know,
Right. I
and
believe that.
what I was telling her is like, okay, you have so many avenues you can take it down. You can't put yourself in a box. You have so much passion for your music, for life, for the world, and so many different she speaks Spanish, she speaks Italian, it's Portuguese.
Right.
Why limit yourself to just one?
Yeah.
What if you went international and went to Brazil and
Crossed over
and
and
then
all
everyone over there is like,
Right.
oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Right.
so whenever someone says no, that's when you say no to them. Like, nope, I
Yep.
can't keep you. Not saying that you got to keep yes men around you,
No.
but you got to keep people that are aligned with your
vision,
your view,
yeah.
and understand the sacrifice. Like much like everyone in this room, no one came here straight out and walked into it like this. No, everyone went through that struggle. Everyone's held those coals in their hands and felt that, struggle, that burn. And now we have those calluses that we, you know what? This is what I've been through. This is the hard work.
Like Cain.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
It's deep.
Go ahead, Cali. What? Say it again.
Cali Love since '88.
Since '88.
Yeah, his artwork's amazing. I mean,
here we go.
Really.
That's a great.
Hold on.
That's a good tag name. Cali Love since '88. Nobody even has anything like that.
No, I know.
How do you know?
I'm saying I know it's a great name. It sounds Cali Love since '88.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. And as soon as I punch it in, there's nobody
right
with that. That's fucking good, bro. I like that. I'm following you now, partner.
Brother.
All right.
Fall back.
Yeah,
what you got,
following you. You never know. I might. We might have some work to do on some other shit. You're wearing the right hat. Right. All right. I want to thank our guests.
Yes.
Both of you guys for coming in. You know. And
amazing.
Lazz and ALRey, and I appreciate you coming down. We missed a couple weeks, it didn't work out, but you're here.
Yeah.
You're going to continue to come back. I want you to come back next time. Bring some music with you, okay?
Yeah.
And let us get a little tease. And I want to just give a big shout out. I want to say I enjoy doing this show, being with my friends, talking shit, learning new things, hearing about new talent, meeting new artists.
Tango tag.
Seeing Big Dick Mike.
Big Dick Mike. That's huge. That's what he's telling everybody.
Yeah. It's really Big Pick Mike.
There's a guy that wrote "Nice Cock Bro" in the bathroom.
And I want to give a shout out real quick. Enzo's Pizzeria. Yes. Fucking the eggplant parmesan sandwiches.
Oh.
We're out of control, right?
Okay.
Crazy.
Oh.
Best in LA. And big shout out to Burner, Cookies Fam, Vibes. Big shout out to Muggs and the Soul Assassins, Esteban Oreo.
Yeah.
And always listen to Hard Luck Show Mondays and Thursdays. Go ahead, my man, old Blue Eyes. Let him have it.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
Hardluckshow.com. That's it.
That's all.
1,000.
What you got?
Chumahan Bowen at Ovando Bowen LLP. We wear braids to court. Let the tomahawks fly. The best legal representation that money can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you guys got?
Come on.
Got Big Pick Mike. Got check it out. We got the Musical Mind Festival happening in Santa Clarita next week, May 5th, 6th, and 7th. I'll be DJing and performing out there. Check us out. Tickets are still available. Come on, man.
Yeah. We're gonna drag them.
You can check
Drag
me
them.
out.
Come on.
At, Beyond Dragon from Instagram and dragonbags.com for all your cornhole bag needs.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, ALRey, thank you, babe. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for being patient with us.
Yes.
And thank you for coming on. And we're just excited about what's going to happen in the future and how your career unfolds. So keep
next
us
time,
in the loop.
Bring the Chihuahua.
I will.
Yeah.
The Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Bring the Chihuahua.
We're going to do a whole hour show just on Chihuahua.
On the Chihuahua.
We're going to ask the Chihuahua some questions.
I'll put him on the hot seat.
All right, beautiful. Hasta la
Thank you,
vista
guys.
from the Hard Luck Show.
Thank you.
Get zapped out.
Okay.